is our boy Matthew Golden, man. My goodness. I can't remember a receiver having this kind of camp, especially one that's already got starting caliber expectations on him. I don't think anybody was going into this year going, I don't know if Matthew Golden's going to see significant reps, seeing he was a first round pick. But this dude, and Tim, I'm going to continue to get your take on this because you're right there, boots on the ground at camp. This dude is living up to the expectations when it comes to camp, man. Let's dive into just some of the things that's happened so far. And again, what I did, guys, is I went through, combed through, found 5, 6, 7 articles, anything that was written on Matthew Golden, threw it in a database, said, hey, give me the 411 on everything on Matthew Golden for training camp. All right. So some of this stuff you may disagree with. If there's anything you see inaccurate in your opinion, throw it in the chat. But here's what we got. Key events in training camp. Matthew Golden, a rookie receiver in the Green Bay Packers, highlighted his skills with a 54-yard touchdown reception for quarterback Jordan Love during a 3rd and 4 play in a move the ball period. He executed a double move route effectively, adjusting his eye movement to beat defenders Keyshawn Nixon and Evan Williams. Additional plays included a contested sideline catch, a quick slant in the red zone, and demonstrating yards after the catch ability with a cutback and acceleration on a short throw. Performance highlights. Golden showcases explosiveness with the 4.29 40 speed in the touchdown catch and yak plays. He displayed natural ball adjusting skills on deep passes. That's the big thing that stood out to me with the video we've seen coming out of training camp, is his ability to adjust to the ball in the air. You've seen it at Texas over and over and over again. You've seen the strong hands, all that stuff. So his effective route running at various field levels. It's important to be able to run the short drags, the whip routes. It's important to be able to run that dig on wrap concepts, or the dig if you're going to be the one in a slot cross concept, all those things, right? So you got to have those short and intermediate routes. And then, of course, you could take the top off, whether it's a non-fade or a post route, which Matt LaFleur uses both very, very effectively within his offense. And strong hands in contested situations, though one deep attempt was incomplete. All right, growth and development as a rookie, transitioning from college, 2 years at Houston and 1 at Texas. Golden is processing the NFL's complexities with head coach Matt LaFleur noting the mental demands. Golden himself stated the game is, quote, starting to slow down. Guys, we are 1 week into camp and the game's already slowing down for him, right? Allowing him to play instinctively, focus on daily improvements, and enjoy the process despite ups and downs. His mindset, he feels like he's a wily veteran,
It's like Ed Madden says in the chat here. He's a natural. Let's just call it what it is. He's an absolute natural. I mean, you're a weekend of camp and he's like, oh, it's slowing down. I'm seeing it. I get it. Change my eyes. I can adjust my game to make myself better. We love the way he attacks the football too. He's spoken about that numerous times. When he sees that ball in the air anywhere around him, he's going to go get it. He ain't waiting for it to come to him.
Mm-hmm. Impact on the team, selected in the first round for his playmaking potential. Golden has contributed through downfield plays, after the catch moves, and versatile route running across 6 practices. Feedback from defensive backs like Nate Hobbs, Keyshawn Nixon, and Xavier McKinney, plus communication with Jordan Love, has enhanced his offensive understanding. Here's some notable quotes. All right, this was Matthew Golden on his route improvement. It was a route that I ran earlier in the week. As days went on, that's something that I wanted to get better at. So he's already working on specific routes at different levels, which is absolutely huge. I had that route again today. I did something a little bit different, gave him my eyes, had the DB bot under, and took the route high. And Jordan gave me a good ball. Like, just the way he talks about being able to set up DBs. Yep. Most rookie wide receivers coming in the league, it's, man, let me make sure I get that 13-yard dig footwork down. And he's talking about leading DBs with his eyes and just, man, it's wild. Here it is on feedback from Love. It's right where it's supposed to be. I feel like I can go to him and ask him. He gives me a lot of feedback on different routes or anything he thinks I should do differently. It's helping me to understand the offense more, knowing what I need to do and where I need to be. Golden on his progress. It's starting to slow down for me. It's starting to feel like I can go out there and just play and have fun. How awesome is that, dude? Not have to think about what I need to do. It's just going out there, getting open, knowing my assignment and alignment. I'm enjoying it, every part of the process, the ups and downs. Even when I don't have a great day, it's about how I'm going to get better the next day. LaFleur on Golden's mental processing. This one got me fired up. It's just a short quote, right? Hey, Coach LaFleur, what do you think about Matthew Golden's mental process so far, his processing so far? Quote, There's a lot going on upstairs.
You know what's funny too?
How cool is that, Jake? It's awesome, right?
It's great. And I honestly misunderstood that quote when I listened to it live. Part of it was because I was doing some housework and I was just trying to get as much info before the pod went live. The way I heard it was that LaFleur said he's got a lot going on upstairs, meaning he's overthinking or he's not quite understanding the concepts we're asking him to do. When I watched it again and I saw his body language and the way he actually said it, he was saying like the dude's got the FBI. He's got the FBI out the wazoo, and it's probably even farther along than I would expect it to be at this point. And that to me was like a big sigh of relief. And I should have known that because when part of the most of the interviews, he's talking about how explosive he is, how he's adjusted on routes, how he's not afraid to talk to Jordan. He seems like the camaraderie in the wide receiver room specifically. He thinks he can trust these guys. It's a brotherhood. So I should have put two and two together. But sometimes Matt comes off a little snarky. So I will say that I don't blame myself all the way, but it is unbelievable to see that the confidence, it's so easy to shake and rattle a guy's confidence when they're new coming into the league in a wide receiver room that's that deep. The fact that he's came in here and done nothing but ball out. I mean, I don't know.
I'm willing to bet a fair amount of money that there's probably nothing on earth that's going to shake Matthew Golden's confidence. I think he's 100 and in a good way, not arrogance, not cockiness. It's confidence in himself, his preparation, and his abilities. It's like Ed Madden was saying about him being a natural. Part of being a natural is not only just your physical gifts and attributes at the position, but it's the natural ability to be a professional at your craft. And like Jacob was saying, I mean, you're talking to the quarterback, you're asking them things, you want feedback, you want to know how you can be better every single day. You talk about the FBI. I mean, what good is a fast receiver with great hands if he can't grasp the concepts or he can't understand what we're trying to do out there? You've got a guy who so far is proving to be the complete package. And I hope he has a very, very long career here in Green Bay. Something tells me we'll be exercising the year 4 option.
If I had to guess, Tim, and I'm really not even trying to be a homer, I would be shocked from everything that I've seen so far if that dude doesn't come out his rookie year in the 70s PFF grades, if not higher. I really do think that he's going to come onto the scene and just splash. We always talk about how in the 60s, if you got a rookie coming in and playing in the mid 60s, that's a pretty darn good start. I think that this guy's going to be mid 70s, if not higher.
And if that happens, you know what we'll be saying?
Pay that man his money.
Keep talking for just a second. I'm going to grab something that just came across social media. I want you guys to see. Keep going for just a second.
Awesome. Holding up. First of all, Sharp Cheddar, shout out for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate that very much. Right on point here. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers' agent says high praise again, fellas, for Matthew Golden. I think we got ourselves at WR1, wide receiver 1 there, which this is great. After we were talking about how we had, some of the best facilities, best team, all that kind of stuff. Clint Armchair, quarterback, says we have the best fans too. I think that
he was the best guy around.
Yeah. Ed Madden was talking about how LVN going into year 24, age 24. This should be his year to break out. I completely agree. I think it's going to happen.
Watch for him in the run game too, not just the pass rush. Everyone complains about pass rush. Look for LVN's run defensive grade to step up this year. Yep, I think he's making solid effort towards that.
And one more quick fun one here. William Herman has a couple great comments. He said, fun fact. I've seen Baron Sorrell's dad, Barry Sorrell, in a couple Packers live streams. Don't be surprised if he pops in one of these nights. And apparently there was 3 or 4 other people that have seen that as well. And that also said, hey, come check out the PTA live podcast. So let's keep our eyes out for Mr. Barry. That'd be pretty cool.
Now, we'd love to have him in here for sure. And I have seen him in those other chats, man. He seems like a great guy. And listen, when you hear Baron Sorrell talk, obviously the apple don't fall far from the tree there, man. You can tell he's a stand-up dude. This is what Jordan Love just shared on his Instagram post. If you'll take that, there we go. So he shared Matthew Golden's Instagram story. And look what Matthew Golden put out there. A picture of Jordan Love and Matthew Golden together. We got in this article, actually, right? And here's what Matthew Golden said in his Instagram story. Long as I'm putting one foot in front of the other, I'm heading right where God wants me. # brick by brick.
That's right.
And Jordan, and that's what I love about that. And the reason I bring that up is I'm just going to say it. He's rooted in the word. Like whether you're a believer or not, you could tell that's what drives Matthew Golden is like he says here in these quotes, through the ups and the downs, right? It's just, When he has a bad practice, what's he doing? He's giving praise to God. And, hey, I'm going to get better tomorrow. You know what I mean? And not get too high when you're dominating. And you hear people like us, a bunch of knucklehead talking heads on here, building them up. He's going to hear that and go, doesn't matter. That was yesterday.
Nope.
What can I do tomorrow? Right.
That's the best kind of mindset, right? You don't let the negative stuff get to you, and you don't let the positive stuff get in your head either. It's all just noise. You got to just stay focused.
Yeah. Coach Lynn says Golden Love sounds like a song by Coldplay.
A hit song by Coldplay.
Right
boy.
There you go. Could be. Right. All right.
Emilio and Travis Glover on the remix. Special guest.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So Brian Gutekunst on Golden's early performance, quote, I think he's done a really nice job with his opportunities. And again, it's very, very early in the beginning stages, but he's done a very nice job with his opportunities. I do think being a 3-year guy, 2 years at Houston, 1 year at Texas, he's young. Certainly the exposure at Texas probably was very helpful coming in his ability to succeed at the end of that season. We got, we talked about how Isaiah Bond was brought over from Alabama to be the number 1. And by the end of the year, Matthew Golden just snatched it away from him, So obviously making the most of his opportunities there. Future implications, early in camp, Golden's displays suggest a significant role in the Packers offense with potential for growth through more reps. As a rookie, expected fluctuations in performance highlight the importance of ongoing adjustment and learning for his seasonal contribution. So you're seeing everyone is starting to look at Matthew Golden like, hey, this probably ain't going to be much of a project. It's going to be day one, get out there and just play your role in the offense. Now, this is the beautiful thing. Let's say he is a hit. Let's say he's at a minimum a very, very good number 2 wide receiver, and he's not a dominant 1,700-yard receiver. Look at the cap hit, guys, and think about what the cap hit is for wide receivers across the league. His cap hit this year is $3.1 million. Next year, 3.9. Then it goes to 4.7. Then it goes to 5.5. Imagine if 2 years in, starting in 2027, he's legit putting up a 1,500-yard season or a 1,300-yard season, and let's say 12 tutters, and you got him on the books for $4.7 million. How cool is that? So, again, Matthew Golden, I think he's got a bright future in Green Bay. Anything else y'all want to add to the Golden talk here, man?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that window has been shoved open even farther just by the presence of that guy coming in. It just does feel like there's something different about that. We've had a really great wide receiver room for, I'd argue, many, many years. Aaron Rodgers' agent says it here, from Favre to Sterling Sharp, A-Rod to Jordan Adams, and now Jordan Love to Matthew Golden. And I would even add in, if Watson comes back, obviously I love Bird. I know Tim loves Bird.
Yes.
That's not even talking about guys that can make absolute leaps and bounds still with Dontavian Wicks. There's just a lot of hope, man. There's a lot of reason to think that the Packers have a damn good chance to win the bowl this year.
Jordan Love is completely healthy, Tim. He looks so confident, man. Does he not look like – I mean, you talked about it yesterday, and we're not going to talk about everything we talk about off the air, but when crap hits the fan, you got to see firsthand Jordan Love's leadership, right?
Yep.
How cool, man. You ain't got to go into details, but this dude is –
Please don't, Tim. We'll get in trouble.
I won't because I love this team. I love this team too much, and I respect these players too much to ever do that. But I told you guys last night, I just in a nutshell, when that stuff with Inigbari and Rasheed Walker was going on, once they were separated and right before Matt got over there and started breathing fire all over the sideline, Jordan was able to get up in Rasheed's face right away and just basically, I don't know, to me it looked like he was gathering intel. He wanted to know what was going on. Hey, talk to me, what's going on? If you're talking, you can't be physically upset and shoving guys around. And Jordan basically kind of calmed things down very quickly before anything really got super heated. But then, of course, Coach came over and the rest is history. And then, Jordan had the lovely ability to be like, oh, next series, got to go, and went back to the field and let the staff do what they did. But, it shows, like I said, these guys pick each other up. They play for each other. It's evident with Tucker Kraft and Josh Jacobs and the boys, coming over and doing that penalty lap with Rasheed Walker to let him know he wasn't alone. I think that was a great moment for sure.
And again, Jay, we're not saying that Jordan, I see in the chat there, and maybe he's talking about something else. We're not saying Jordan chewed somebody out. It's actually the opposite. It was actually the opposite. Listen, the building caught on fire. Jordan came over with one of those little fire extinguishers, like, let me handle this like a leader. And then next thing you know, LaFleur came in with the whole fireman axe and just knocked the whole damn thing down and said, everybody get out. I love that LaFleur is amping it up this year, man. And he probably looks around and goes, Quay's a hothead, right? Nate Hobbs is trying to kill everybody on the practice field. Rashid's slinging Kingsley Barry on the ground. All right, I better amp my enthusiasm up a little bit and get everybody's attention, right? I mean, that's the thing, man. You ask for dogs, you got to be willing to break the whip out, you know. So right. I love it, man. Love it. All right. So